Hey, you guys, welcome to this episode of The Rachel Cruze Show. And today we're talking about upper, middle, and lower class and where you fall based on your net worth. So people have been saying that the middle class is shrinking for a while now. And there's a lot of curiosity and even some fear around this shift. And it's not unusual to hear news outlets or financial corporations place you in a certain class based on your income. But today we're actually going to look at how your net worth plays a role. Your income is how much money you bring in from your job each year, but your net worth is actually how much money you have. So in other words, the money you own in assets minus the amount of money you owe in debt. So we're going to talk about what you can do to make sure that you're processing and moving forward with your money regardless of where you fall in the comparison. So there was a recent article that shared research about the state of the middle class and why it's getting smaller over the last 5 decades. According to the study, it's because of an increase in the number of adults in the upper income bracket. So it's gone from 14% to 21% between 1971 and 2021. And while both the lower and the upper classes have expanded, the middle class has either stayed the same or grown more slowly. So by comparison to the other two brackets, it appears to be shrinking. The article explains a few reasons why the upper class has gotten larger in recent years. One reason is that adults above the age of 65 had made the most significant jump with their income levels. And this is due to the rising education levels, an increase in the labor force participation, and the role of Social Security and investing and how that's played in reducing poverty levels in retirees. So that's really great to hear. I mean, a lot of people experience stress and worry around the unknown of retirement, but here at Ramsey, we always stress the importance of preparing for this stage of life by investing. And it's exciting to see that these kinds of money habits are actually working. Another reason for the growth of the upper class is that married adults have been bringing in more money for their households after they combine their finances. And this is another thing that we talk about a lot, that once you get married, you want to combine your finances. So all this information is really interesting. It's fascinating, but what does that mean for you and your money? Well, again, the upper, middle, and lower classes are usually determined on income level. So this definitely plays a huge part on what you can afford when it comes to your housing, how much you're investing, even your material possessions. But we also know that there are a lot of people who think that purchasing something really big on a credit card or even taking out loans to pay for a car and all of those things means that they can afford it because they can afford the payments, which you guys is not always the case. And you can be making significant income and you're not spending your money wisely at all or managing your money wisely and building wealth. You're just spending it. So there are a lot of times that large income means that you just get approved for more debt. Is what ends up happening. And this can decrease your net worth over time. And a lot of people are functioning like this in the upper class when in reality, they're not there yet. They're literally spending all of their money and deeply in debt. Statistics show that the top 20% of Americans are considered upper class with a median net worth of around $608,000. The next 20% are considered upper middle class with a median net worth of $201,000. The median net worth of the next 20% is $104,000, which puts them in the true middle class. The next 20%, or the working class, has a median net worth of $43,000. And finally, the median net worth of the lower class is around $6,000. So this makes me think about the national study of millionaires that we conducted here at Ramsey in 2020, where we surveyed over 10,000 people with a net worth of over $1 million. And a huge portion of these people had very average incomes, you guys, by society standards. They were teachers, engineers, accountants, managers. But when you look at their net worth, their home ownership, their investments, their debt, they actually are worth more than your average upper class citizen when it comes to your income standards. So again, people can be making way more money but have less net worth because they take on debt versus those we found with the millionaire study. Their incomes weren't crazy, but they managed it so well. So remember, less than 9% of US adults have a net worth of $1 million. So if you are doing the baby steps and you're on your way to becoming a baby steps millionaire, then you're already ahead of the curve. And what matters is that you're moving forward, that this should be your main goal, is forward progress. Progress can look a lot of different ways, depending on your stage of life, depending on your financial journey, everything. And the baby steps are really the best way to make sure that you are progressing forward. And the 7 baby steps is a step-by-step way to take control of your money by saving for emergencies, paying off debt, budgeting, investing, and creating margin to be outrageously generous. So to figure out what steps are right for you and what steps you need to take to start the baby steps, make sure to check out the 7 baby steps at RamseySolutions.com and send this video to a friend who is curious about what class they fall into. And remember, you guys, to take control of your money and create a life you love.